What's up, everybody? My name is Devin, and I'm going to be doing an alternative play-by-play of the Dodgers game. Meaning I'm going to be watching it with no sound, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I see. So, if you can't get to a radio, think about it like baseball. Or if you can't get to a TV, think about it like radio. And hang tight, I got to get all the computer stuff out of the way. Okay, I forgot about the tweet. But I'm officially live on YouTube. What's up, everybody? It's the Dodgers versus the Cubs, and we are back from commercial break. My bad for being late. But we are going to the top of the 7th inning. And Dodgers are up 1-0. And this is a pretty good game we got going between two good teams. Take a look. The Dodgers are 38-33, and the Cubs are 40-29. And it's the top of the 7th. Who's the mound for the Cubs? Brought to you by Lakeside. Gotta get my microphone. Lakeside Bank. That is Bass, B-A-S-S, like a largemouth bass. Anthony Bass. He's 0-0, 2.25 ERA, 4 games. Doesn't look like he's doing that great. So that's pretty sweet for the Dodgers. And we won the game earlier in the day, so we've already beaten them once. And there's a great pitch on the outside corner. Strike 1, so it's 1-1 to Chris Taylor. And he's 1 for 3 on the day, batting .246. And that's just not good enough. He's the leadoff batter, or used to be the leadoff batter, and that's just not good enough. My bad for being late, everybody. If anybody's here, here's the pitch. Over the plate, swung on, and fouled away. And you know what? I'll go for an hour. 3 innings, that takes about an hour, so should be a pretty good stream. And this is going to be a good game. It's going to come down to the ending. Watching it on, it looks like ABC. Uh-oh. Is this on national TV? No, this might be on national TV right now. So if you can get to a TV, you can probably find the Dodgers. If not, go to Spectrum. Going to come down to the ending. And it's 2-2. And Bass gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Over the plate, swung on, and that's going to be a base hit up the middle. And it was a pretty good pitch. He hit it, and it just went right up the middle. And he kind of like heard it. He kind of shook his hands around, so maybe it kind of gave him the heebie-jeebies. And it also looked like it had a kind of a weird spin. And also, I think that Baez has his cell phone in his pocket. I think his cell phone came flying out of his pocket. So I don't think that these players should be allowed to have cell phones out on the field. And here's Kike Hernandez for the Dodgers. He's 1 for 3 in the 3rd. Bass throws back to Rizzo, who's playing first, and Taylor gets back on the plate, or on the what is that thing called again? Not the plate, the base. He gets back on the base. And Kike just doesn't do shit anymore, but he's very good at base running. You should have seen him like about a week ago. Oh, is he out? Was that a double play? Kike swung, and it went down the line. Bass caught it, and must have caught... Oh no, Rizzo was at first. And Kike Hernandez hit a pretty good pitch, or hit a pretty good ball right up the line. But Rizzo, pretty good jump, catches it, and Kike Hernandez was off the bases. And that one really wasn't his fault. Nothing he could have done about that. It just happened so fast. But that wasn't Kike, that was Taylor. So, just like that. 2 outs. And here's Matt Kemp. And why Kike is playing, why he's even, who knows? He's pretty good at base running. But he just hit into a double play. Top of the 7th. Well, we got to leave that behind us. Here's Matt Kemp. And that's right over the plate for strike 1. And if anybody can get us a run right now, all we need is a home run. All we need is a home run. And this guy Bass looks like he's throwing pretty weak. Way outside, ball 1. I got to turn on the light. It's now 2-1, and that was a little bit low. There's no way Matt Kemp's going to be swinging a crap. Here's the pitch. Over the plate swung on, and luckily that's foul because it was almost a ground out, but that went foul, and it's going to be 2-2 to Matt Kemp. And I don't know what happened earlier in the game. It's 1-0, so it must have been pretty boring. Not a lot of scoring. That's kind of annoying. Because usually the Dodgers can score more than one run. But kudos to whoever the pitcher is for the Dodgers. They're not giving up a no runner. And that's strike 3. And that's 3 outs. And we are going to the bottom of the 7th inning. That was 1-2-3 against the Dodgers. And we're going to, it looks like they have oh, is this the 7th inning stretch? The 7th inning stretch. And we're not cutting 2 commercial breaks. So, you know, we're in Chicago. And then an old guy, maybe that's, I don't know who that is, but an old guy is singing for the Cubs. Like up in the stands, he's in like a corporate booth. And he's surrounded by friends and family. Oh, and now we got another family doing some selfies. And you know what? This is just beautiful. People singing in crowds. And let's just hope the Dodgers win. They've already won earlier in the day. And I saw the final out on that one. We kind of got lucky. Did you guys see the game earlier when the Dodgers beat the Cubs? We were behind the whole way, and then we got definitely hooked it up in the 9th inning and kind of stole the game. So if we can get out, if we can play the Cubs with kind of the steal we had earlier, and then beat them by 1-0 tonight, right now, that would be pretty badass. And you know what? Shots were fired in the NL West, or in the National League. And now we're going to commercial break, so it just wastes more time. Thanks for coming. Is anybody here? It usually takes a little while for people to come, especially in baseball. We got 3 people here. And make sure you leave some comments. What do you want to talk about? If you're new here, you know, think about this like radio. If you can't get to a TV, have an open mind. And I'm just gonna tell you what I see. It's kind of like radio. And we're on commercial break. What else has been going on? You know, loads of Laker talk. And that's something that I'm going to have to get into. And that would be so sweet if the Lakers got LeBron. I just can't get over it. It's so exciting. It's like Christmas every single day. Oh, dude, but Christmas where maybe you don't get presents. But pretty soon we're gonna get LeBron under a Christmas tree, and the anticipation is killing me. I just don't see any reason why he would go to another team. It makes no sense. We're gonna get him all the pieces he needs. Maybe even keep Lonzo or one of the good guys. We're keeping Kuzma. We're definitely keeping Kuzma. We better be keeping Kuzma. But maybe we can try to keep everybody. I mean, you know, if we're gonna get somebody good, Randall can go. But he was pretty good at the end of the season. Oh, and now we got Godell pitching for the Dodgers. I recognize this guy from a mile away. Bottom of the 7th. Who's this guy up? Here's the pitch. Hanging curveball. A little bit high for ball 1. And this is Eric Godell. 3-0. .42 ERA. 18 games. 3 holds. 1.95 OPPT BA. Anyway, after a while, the numbers don't matter. Here's the pitch. Over the plates, that's going to be an out. It was hit very hard to center field, but Kike Hernandez is underneath it. And I now have confirmed video evidence that Kike Hernandez is not chewing on tobacco. That was absolutely gum. So way to go. Way to be a good example for the kids, Kike Hernandez. And now we have an advertisement for baseball. We got flags blowing around in the wind. 1929, 1918. You know, they're showing us old dates. That's probably like the last time the Cubs ever won the World Series. Like 100 years ago. Second tier team. Second tier team. Here's the pitch. Uh-oh. Swung on. That's hit really hard. That's going to be a home run. A home run for the Cubs. Second tier team can hit home runs. And that was an absolute meatball. And whoever this guy is for the Cubs, Kyle Schwarber, That was like a Mike Piazza. That was deep. And who this guy Schwarber? He might be a badass. And it's now all of a sudden 1-1. Man, just like that. And I was a little bit worried about Godell. But you when you see his pitching, you just know what. Oh, that's a left. Oh my goodness, that was just hanging meatball over the strike zone. And Schwarber, maybe you should go get some chicken shawarma after this game because he deserves it. Holy crap. And that thing was just jacked. Oh, and the drunk guy in the crowd almost catched it with one hand, but couldn't do it. It popped out of his hand, and he was very disappointed in himself. You can see it in his face. It was almost like his grandma died. This guy in the crowd holding a beer tried to catch it with one hand. He missed it. It hit his hand. He missed it, and you should have seen his face. He's not gonna have a fun rest of the game. It's 1-1. Here's the pitch, and that's not even close to the strike zone. And let's get this guy Godell out already. You can't be giving up home runs like that. And he's definitely missing high in the strike zone. Almost every single one of them was high in the strike zone. Or all two of them, but even the last guy. Finally, good pitch. Outside corner, probably should have been a ball, but called a strike. And he's complaining, and he knows that was a ball. And definitely, dude, it was a ball. So far, Dodgers are getting hooked up on balls and strikes. We got Taylor, Muncy, and I didn't see the second and first baseman, but Bellinger's at first. And where's Turner? I mean, Muncy's good. Love having him on the team, but he's poor man's Turner. Here's the pitch. Huge swing and miss. Strike 3. And Godell gets a strikeout at least. And who's this guy? La Stella. And he looks like a dweeb. I'm batting .297, 13 RBIs, no home runs. What's going on with him? This guy's got to hit the ball harder. And in the bullpen for the Cubs is Randy Rosario. He's a lefty. Looking pretty jacked, actually. And who's this guy? Oh, yeah, Stella. Here's the pitch. Slider in the dirt. Ball 1. Now we're taking a look at Joe Madden. That's like one of the only coach that I know in baseball these days, other than Dave Roberts. And the dirt bike guy for the Giants. He looks like a guy that should be riding dirt bikes. I know some of the coaches, but I definitely know Madden. I mean, it's a second-tier team. And that's going to be strike 2. And that was also looked like out of the strike zone. This umpire wants to get the game over. Or he's just pretty loose with that outside low part of the strike zone. It's outside low corner. And boom, he's just calling strikes every time. Here's the pitch. That's a ground ball to second. And they throw him out. So Stella's got 3 outs. 3 outs. And it looks like they want to get this game over as quick as possible. They got to be pretty tired. Yeah, and now we're taking a look at, that was one of the deepest home runs I've seen all year. And it's now 1-1. We are going to the top of the 8th inning, and I can't believe that. Hector Munoz, let's go Dodgers. What's up, man? And then Jam Squad, let's go Giants, dude. You know what? The Giants, you're allowed to come watch the games. But as long as we're beating the Giants, then you know what? Let's go Giants. But I took a look at the standings. What's up, guys? Thanks for leaving comments. Get the conversation going. What do you want to talk about? Make sure you tell me. You know, it'd be sweet if we got LeBron. That would be best case scenario. And I know that when I'm doing Dodgers, I should only be talking about Dodgers, but when is he going to be on the team? And we're going to have Chris Taylor up. I thought he was, I don't know how he could be up right now. And we got Rosario coming in pitching for the Cubs. And I don't know anything about the Cubs these days. And I don't know who's, it was Hill. Rich Hill was pitching for the Dodgers. And if he's able to go that whole time giving up no runs, does that mean he doesn't get the win? If he doesn't give up any runs and doesn't get the win, that's pretty annoying for Rich Hill. And that just kind of seems like the right thing for him. And yeah, I started the game a little bit late. And with baseball, it takes people longer to come. It's like it's a slower burn. So, you know, I really think I got to be started at like the 5th inning. Like start getting the computer ready to go at the 5th inning. You know, make sure the dog goes out and goes poop. jump in at the 6th inning. And I think that'd be the best way to go, because the 7th inning just wasn't enough. And it's just crazy because sometimes these innings are so fast and sometimes they take forever. There's no rhyme or reason. In football, 15 minutes is 15 minutes. It's just a different type of a sport. Anyway, that's broadcasting issues. You know, that's if you're doing play-by-play. Lakeside Bank. That's the second time they advertised them. And the Lake, I've been to Chicago. And you know what? I'm not going to lie. Oh, here's Randy Rosario. 3-0, 3-0, 6. This guy's good. That's all we got to know. This guy's good. And I've been to Chicago. It is pretty sweet. Granted, it was the best weather ever. Like in the summer of Chicago. It was like perfect weather. 85 degrees. Best food ever. The pizza. Goodness. It's the best pizza around. Here's Max Muncy. Just talking about him. He's poor man's Turner. Here's the pitch. Low and inside. Good eye from Max Muncy. He's 0-2 on the night, batting .255, 13 home runs, 30 RBIs, and he gets the job done. And he's definitely pretty good in the infield too, but just not as good as Turner. He's worse than Turner in every way, but still a pretty good player. He's poor man's Turner. And it's cool because we can have both people on the team, but for some reason I never see them both playing at the same time. Where's Turner? 2-0. Here's the pitch. That's hit very hard. That's a ground ball to the gap. And Muncy is on first base. Muncy. Oh, and that was to, yeah, just a ground ball in between first and second. And it looks like Baez, the second baseman, twisted an ankle or did something weird out there. And now he's just limping. He looks fine. Walk it off, buddy. And here's Yasiel Puig, my favorite player. He's batting .250, 8 home runs, 26 RBIs. He can do better. And he's come on, just home run. He's so due. Let's go, Yasiel Puig. One guy's on, no outs, 1-1 against the Cubs. Ball 1. And he just doesn't swing at bad pitches. That's one thing good about him. And Lombardo is the first base coach for the Dodgers, maybe doing a little bit too much talking. Rosario's a lefty, gets the sign. Here's the pitch, over the plate, a little bit outside, swung on and fouled away. And that was just a little bit outside, but Yasiel Puig loved that pitch. And maybe just really good control with that one, but I would have to say advantage Yasiel Puig. I would not want to give him anything over the plate. And he doesn't even step out of the box. He just stands in there like, dude, try me right now, buddy. He's just standing in the box. And it's 1-1. Rosario looks a little bit nervous. I don't know why, but I'm just feeling he's a little bit nervous. Here's the pitch. Fastball, high, strike 2. And that was a huge swing and a miss from Yasiel Puig. Definitely going for the home run on that swing. It was the high fastball. And that's the one that he should be able to take deep. That was a big swing and a miss. I'm still feeling the wind right now. And, oh, that was a little bit outside, actually. You know, that's a tough one. Catcher sets up inside. Here's the pitch. And that's the, oh, please be an error. Nope. They're going to double play. Yasiel Puig just hit into a double play. And Baez, the guy who was just complaining like he sprained his ankle, was the one that made it. And yeah, it hit him in the glove, but it popped out of the glove, but it didn't go far. He was able to grab it immediately. And pretty good heads-up play from Baez just to, you know, maybe make something that could be an error, but just saving it. So that's a double play. And Yasiel Puig, what's going on here? That's 2 double plays in a row, the last 2 innings. As soon as I jump in. Come on, Cody Bellinger. Here's the pitch. Perfect pitch for a home run, but he fouls it away. And I don't know, I'm getting into it a little bit quick because this is just bullshit. We're leaving. It's 1-1. 1 run's not going to be enough, people. That's just not Dodger baseball. We need like 7. And now Rosario steps off the mound, just trolling Bellinger. Bellinger doesn't even step out. Just stands there like a badass. You know, we should get some. Maybe we got to give him more money. Here's the pitch. Strike 2. 0-2. And that was also a pitch that Bellinger could have easily taken deep. And Rosario is so far put it right in his wheelhouse twice. So he likes those high inside pitches. Catcher sets up outside. High fastball. And it's 1-2. And yeah, there's no way that Rosario was going to give him anything over the plate. And that was just a high fastball. And it's now 1-2. They're both lefties. Here's the pitch. Went down looking. Rosario is like walking off like he's a badass. Big deal. And Bellinger looks frustrated. And we are going to the bottom of the 8th inning. This is going very, very fast. But it's 1-1. This should be a good game. Thanks for coming, guys. What do you want to talk? You know what? I'm going to get some water. All right, still on commercial break. It's 1-1 going to the bottom of the 8th inning. And it looking like this game's going to come down to the ending. But what's crazy is the Dodgers have kind of left people on base. And it looks like they're hitting just fine. But somehow have only scored 1 run. Oh, it looks like we're leaving Godell in the game. And we've already gone deep on him once. So I think he could very well give up another home run. And then we could just bring in Jansen. Oh no, but Jansen pitched earlier in the day. Because they had the game, the last game against the Cubs was this morning. Yeah, who knew? But it was this morning. And Jansen pitched and got the save. So maybe they won't use him twice in one day. But I'm not sure. And up to bat for the Cubs, we got Bryant. He's batting .280. So he's definitely one of the better players. Where's the beer? Man, I don't have any beer. Don't have any beer. I'm drinking water. And now they're giving Rizzo play of the game. And that wasn't even that cool, people. Yasiel Puig, oh no, they're doing 2 plays of the game. And yeah, well anyway, Hyundai play of the game. It's nothing but Cubs. And I'm actually watching this on the Cubs broadcast because I'm off of Spectrum. I don't get along with them. And I would watch them if they just had the GPS for the pitchers, like so you can see if it was a ball or strike. I don't know why they don't do that for every single pitch. It's annoying. So I'm just watching it on. I'm watching it on all the other people's this whole entire season for the rest of the time. Here's Josh Fields. Outside pitch. All 1. And Josh Fields, we can feel pretty safe. We can feel pretty safe with him pitching. You know, he's all right. He's pretty good. A very average. Oh, that's a ground ball to second. And he's out. So one very quick out. And I think these teams just want to get off the field because I think they're sick and tired of Wrigley Field. 2 games in one day. That's annoying. Comcast Business. Blues Brothers, Cubs and Dodgers top 2 wins since 2015. Top 2 in ERA since 2015. Cubs and Dodgers. I don't know what the hell they're talking about right now. Business of Baseball brought to you by Comcast. And just stuff like that is why we don't like him. Here's Javier Baez. He's 1 for 3 with a single, batting .250. And our strike zone is brought to us by Xfinity. So you know what? If you know what Xfinity is, if you don't know what it is, don't look it up. But you know, thanks to them, we do have the strike zone. Oh, NL Central standings. We got Brewers, Cubs, Cardinals, Pirates, and Reds. So Brewers are doing better than the Cubs. That's pretty good. Oh, that's hit pretty hard. That's hit all the way to center field, all the way to the ivy, but nope, Kike Hernandez makes the catch. And that guy was definitely going for a home run, and it's cool to see the ivy behind Kike Hernandez. And of all the fields, Wrigley Field is, you know, I got a special, I don't really like them that much. When I was in, I do like the stadium though. Wrigley Field, I've seen it from the outside, and I do like the ivy. And I used to like Sammy Sosa. But other than that, no love for the Cubs. And it looks like Fields is doing pretty good. Here's the pitch. Over the plate, strike one. And that's exactly what he's good at. Fields will just, he's consistent. Definitely looks like he should be from Portland. Like, he's got that look. Here's the pitch. Over the plate, swung on. Kike make the catch. Nope, Kike doesn't make the catch. That's going to be a double at least. And that's a stand-up. Uh-oh, and Baez grabs his ankle again. No, this is a different guy, not Baez, but these guys on the Cubs keep on turning their ankles. And this is what you get when you got old guys playing 2 games in one day. And who is that guy? I said his name. His name is Al. I don't know. I don't even know, but Cubs got a double. And Kike Hernandez in center field might have misplayed it. He just wasn't quite there for it. Alomora. Great hit from Alomora. And usually Kike has some wheels out in center field. He can cover ground and, like, you know, do pretty well. So for him, that was just a good hit. Uh-oh. At least there's 2 outs. And it's 1-1. Bottom of the 8th, Wilson Contreras is up right now. He's 0 for 2, batting .270, 4 home runs, 23 RBIs. Not too worried about this guy. But this is a very key situation right now because the Cubs could very well score a lot of runs with a home run. So the only thing Fields has to not do is give up a home run. That'd be the worst. Here's the pitch. Wait, that was not even close. Ball 1. And this is a bit of a situation for the Dodgers. In the bullpen for the Cubs is right-hander Steve Cishek. And Steve, you know, he looked like a wuss. It wasn't impressive. Warm him up all you want, Cubs. Here's the pitch. Over the plate, huge swing, strike 1. And he was definitely going for a home run. That was an even harder, that was an even bigger swing and a miss than Yasiel Puig did in the last inning. That was the biggest, he was going for the home run. Fields gets the sign. Over the plate, swung on, strike 2. And that was Fields is he's testing him. He's testing this guy big time. And that's 2 times in a row he's able to get the pitch right by him. Just don't put it over the middle, dude. Maybe a breaking ball. He's done nothing but fastballs. Those are just fastballs directly over the plate. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. And Fields, that was awesome. And we're going to the 9th inning. It's tied 1-1. And you know what? Let's hope this doesn't go to 15 innings, though. I will take 11 or 12 innings. Oh, people are here. Where's the beer? Do you smell? You know, I definitely smell a little bit. Sammy Sosa is my uncle, second uncle. That's pretty sweet. Did you get any of those? You know, did he lift some weights and get super massive and be able to hit home runs? Like, did he get any kind of that? Oh, Sports Fury. What's up, dude? Let's go, Cubs. You know, I'm not a real big fan of the Cubs. How's it going? I saw that your wrestling video got loads of hits. That's pretty sweet. Who knew wrestling was so popular? Luz Sanchez. How am I doing? You know, I was a little bit late for the Dodgers today. I started in the 7th inning. I'm like, oh, I was just sitting watching Modern Family, and then I missed. You know, usually I like to start them a little bit earlier, but I made it. I made it. So now I'm doing the game. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I probably should turn on the air conditioning because it's kind of warm. So yeah. So I know that you like Chicago. So that one's, you're Josh. How was the wedding? Oh, Philly 500. How you doing? Good to see you, man. I'm doing pretty good. How was the wedding? It was pretty fun. And we went from Los Angeles all the way to Gilroy, California, which is right by San Jose. And it was super fun. Saw my buddies. It was great. And went to the wedding. Hungover on Sunday. Had to drive all the way home. And what I should have done is take the 5 freeway. But we're like, you know, let's take the scenic route. So we took the 101. 101 for you guys aren't from California, but 101 for you. And then it added 2.5 hours to the trip. So if you're ever going from San Jose to Los Angeles, take the 5 freeway. And then, so it was great. Had a fun time. And now we got Keyshake. Thanks for coming, everybody. And Philly 500. I actually haven't watched one of your videos in a little while, but I don't know. I've been busy. But I was listening to the wrestling one for a little bit, but if you don't know wrestling, it's really hard to follow along. That is for sure. Like it was like you guys were speaking a different language. You got to know wrestling. So that one was rough. It wasn't like baseball or a sport that people know, or I guess other people know it. But for me, it was hard. And then Philly 500, haven't watched one of your videos in a bit. The last one that I watched was, I forget which one it was. Maybe like your top 5 teams or something. You had the Rams 3rd, top all the defenses. Maybe you had the Rams 2nd. Oh no, I watched your video where you were ranking up the quarterbacks, and then you had Wentz 1st, and then Goff 3rd. And Goff should have been 2nd, I think. That was the one. You were ranking up the quarterbacks, and you had all the young quarterbacks who had been in the league only 3 years. That was how long ago was that? Anyway, Philly 500, thanks for making videos. And these guys are going fast. Back to the game. It's 2-2. And Sijek, you know, he's probably pretty good. And we got Logan Forsythe in right now. The 2-2 pitch. A little bit inside, swung on, and fouled away. Logan Forsythe just doesn't really do that much. Huge spit. Like, that was a massive loogie. Bigger than anything that I've ever been able to do. And this guy Shizek. Oh, that is hit very hard. And that's going to be a double at least. All the way down to the corner. Logan is cut, and he makes it into second. And that is going to be a double here in the top of the 9th inning from Logan Forsythe. And I'm telling you, anytime that I've been down on these guys so far this game, they've been hitting it. And I'm doing everything backwards. Usually I'm pretty good at calling this stuff, but, you know, I just wasn't feeling him right now. And he just yoked it all the way down the line. And that was just a great pitch. Or a great hit. And here's Yasmani Grandal. And the best part is there's no outs. And Grandal can hit. And this guy Shizek, he's got a little bit of a sidearm. He's got kind of a weird hunch. And then a weird kind of fast sidearm. And he's a bit spazzy. And I think the spazziness is what makes him tough to hit. If he is tough to hit. But Grandal can literally hit anybody, so it doesn't matter. Here's the pitch. Over the plate, strike 2. And that was a huge swing and a miss. And he's batting much better left-handed, 248 with 11 home runs. And he's got 0 home runs righty. So let's just have him hit lefty every goddamn time then. That was, I don't know why we haven't pitched hitting both ways. Here's the pitch. Way high, ball 1. runners in scoring position. Dodgers are 2 for 11 and the Cubs are 0 for 4. So although I missed the beginning of the game, I assumed that there wasn't a lot of hitting going on because it was 1-1, but it turned out there actually was hitting going on, just nobody scoring. Here's the pitch. That is hit super hard, but gonna be a pop-up. Maybe we can tag up, and we're not tagging up. So, you know, I always get a little ahead of myself on those hits because it looks like they're gonna be home runs, but they're just pop-ups. And here's the Cubs rebroadcast over the air, channel 7.2, Comcast channel 217, RCN 618, Charter channel 608, media.com, and then Wow channel 219. So yeah, it's super simple, guys. If you want to go watch the game, you have to you just got to go to one of those channels. Like they tell you like it's easy. There's like 8 ones to choose from. So why not just give us an app? A Dodger app, that would make it easier. We can just watch the games from our app. And we can do it on TV and on the computer. But then it would have to work. Here's the pitch. Strike one. And that was on the bottom corner. And this umpire he's been wanting to get the game over pretty quickly too. He's been very, very loose with the strike zone. Cishek gets he hunches over. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. It's 1-1. Thanks for coming, everybody. If Philly 500 is still here, Sports Fury, check out their channel. They do what I do, but even better. And this is just an exciting game. 1-1, top of the 9th inning. And Chris Taylor's up, and he can just get on base. Just walk. That's all we need you to do. Here's the pitch. I think that was a moving fastball, and it was a strike. And it's now 1-2. And this guy Cishek, he doesn't look like a pushover. His pitches definitely have some movement on him. Like whatever that was a little bit violent. Like at the last second, it was just like it was a very violent movement on the ball at the last second. I don't know what the hell that was. I think it might be a moving fastball. And why does he bend over so much? What is he doing? And now he steps off the mound. And maybe I respect him as a pitcher, but this guy's annoying. He's trolling Taylor. 1-2. Come on, buddy. Here's the pitch. Chin music. And it's, you know what, Taylor, you got to step into that one. And it's 2-2. And after all that time, he just threw some wild pitch inside. And Taylor's got to step into it. And it's 2-2. And it looks like the catcher wants a 2 on the inside, whatever that is. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and that's popped up. Please go, and it goes foul. So it's 1-1. And this would be sweet if the Dodgers could win these 2 games against the Cubs. 2 wins in 1 day. I didn't even know that was possible. And did you guys see the game earlier? The Dodgers kind of got lucky. And you know, they won at the ending. It's like a bit of a steal. And this one has just been crazy. All these hits, but it's only 1-1. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled away. And Taylor has got to be more consistent. But if you get that pitch over the plate and you're a professional baseball player, you have to make that hit. And we got Hancock, number 54, warming up in the bullpen. Justin Hancock, and he looks huge. Like, you should have seen the size of his legs. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. And Taylor goes down swinging. And at least he always goes down swinging. But he's not even close these days. And what kind of a pitch? Whatever he's throwing would be considered junk. Cishek is throwing junk. But in a good way. Like maybe that was unhittable. It looked like a huge swing and a miss, but when you actually look at it in slow motion, that would look hard to hit. Here's the pitch. What is this guy doing? He's got no rhyme. All right, explain to me how this guy pitches. He's got no rhyme or reason on where it goes. He just throws it and it just curves in any direction. How does that happen? And I'm gonna have to look into this guy Cishek. All right, what's his name? Let's take a look. Cishek. Anyway, it's 2-0 to Kike Hernandez, and the catcher threw it down to second actually to try to throw out who's ever at first. I forget who's at first. It's 2-0, top of the ninth, strike one, and that hit the inside corner. And not only does this GPS on for Chicago have, it tells you exactly where it's at, like, it also gives you the overhand angle afterwards. It's actually pretty sweet. But that could have easily been called a ball, called a strike. 2-1. Cishek is taking forever. Here's the pitch. Inside, but called a strike. And that was inside, and Kike is arguing, and he should be, get in that umpire's face, because that was actually a ball. So it's now 2-2, and this referee, it's now even on the umpire actually calling bad balls and strikes, but that was a more important one to miss. So I'm gonna say Dodgers are getting screwed. And Cishek steps off the mound, steps back on. He's trolling everybody. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 3, and finally this umpire calls a ball, and that was significantly more inside than the last one, but I bet you the pitcher just thought he can get away with it because this umpire's calling everything, and now they're showing, oh, we got Turner on deck. Jesus is on deck. This game's gonna be over. Come on, Kike, don't do anything stupid. Here's the pitch. Huge swing, popped up, and that's an out. And what he's supposed to do when Jesus is on deck, Kike Hernandez, he's throwing his helmet. So he's obviously upset about that. So that's okay. We're going to commercial break. Bottom of the ninth. There we go. Oh man, people are making comments. Thanks for coming. How was the wedding? It was great. Phillies, good to see you. What's up, Josh? Watching here from work and tuning into our bro Devin. Anything I can do to help. And even when I'm at work and have worked in my life, like at various businesses and stuff, my best skill is definitely distracting everybody. So this makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Philly had Trubisky 4th. Hell yeah, dude, that was another one. The guy looked terrible. I mean, doesn't he? He never impressed me once. What did he do? Did he even throw any? The fact that he was more promising than Jake Cutler, and all the crap they've had up there is the only reason he's good. I don't remember him even getting touchdowns. He had like one good start to one game, and then nothing for the rest of the season. I might be wrong, but Goff is definitely second. And you should have seen Gurley last year. I think it's Todd Gurley. You should get him in fantasy. He's got to be the best. Yep, we finally have real weapons. Watch out for Trey Burton. I think he has a great year. Don't know who that is. Do I believe in voodoo? Some people use voodoo in hopes of making their team do good. I definitely believe in voodoo. If you put voodoo into Wikipedia, it'll pop up. And that's just all I need. He's excited for Trey. He looks good. He's not the best blocker. I think his ceiling is legit Pro Bowl tight end. A lot of Eagles fans didn't want him to go. I hope so. That'll be huge for us. When was the last time the Bears were good? Goodness gracious. Sports Fury, I think it's about the backs. Exactly, Philly. I thought he looked good, but what you have to look at is coaching, weapons around players. Anyway, thanks for coming, everybody. Keep on leaving comments. And maybe I was talking smack on Trubisky, but my girlfriend is from Chicago. And I mean, it's just people, I'm sick of Chicago. And we've been watching Bears games for like years now. None of them have ever been exciting. It's got to be like for the last 5 years, if there's one team that's the most boring, the Chicago Bears are definitely up there. Anyway, maybe I'm being a little bit harsh right now. I got to turn on the air conditioning. But they just haven't been exciting. And I'm just happy that the Lakers, that we now have football. So I didn't even know who to root for all these years. And I'm like, oh, she's going out with, I'm going out with a girl that's from Chicago. She obviously likes the Bears. Let's get into this. I'm like, oh yeah, that was not a good idea. I mean, I didn't know what I was getting into. Anyway, here's the pitch. Over the plate, strike one. I'm gonna go turn on the AC. But I've definitely been in Chicago, and I definitely respect Chicago. Oh my goodness. And the Cubs just got somebody on base. Who's this guy? He's looking like he got away with one there. He looked like somebody that just stole candy from a shop. It was like 5 minutes later, and he's just like, okay, are we cool? Who is this guy? Mitchell. Oh, Russell. And now they're going to take out Fields. Way to go, buddy. Get back to your treehouse in Portland. And here in the bottom of the ninth, the Dodgers kind of have a situation because the Cubs have somebody on base with no outs. So what we can do is we can just bring in Jansen. And usually, bringing in Jansen is a good decision. Bears suck and always have sucked. Nicholas Selecki. Yeah, man. And it's not that I want them to suck. And it's even if they suck, but they were a fun team to watch, that'd be great. But ever since Urlacher was gone, I just have not been able to get into the Bears whatsoever. And it just, something's been going on over there. It's kind of like with the Buccaneers. I put the Buccaneers and the Bears in the same category. Just, you guys have way more, you guys can do better. Sports Fury, we got Cheeseheads. David Shavira, Houday. Houday, I don't know. We got some people here. We got Dodgers all over the place. At least on my channel. But I gotta be doing more Dodgers. I'm telling you, Devin, Trubisky is going to be good, but you have to look at the reasons why I gave him the rating I did. Coaching, weapons, the ability to succeed, very important for a QB. Oh, so maybe with him I gotta look between the lines a little bit more. That could be true. Maybe like Lonzo Ball, because unless you watched Lonzo Ball play every game and saw what he was doing, it'd be hard to know why he was good. Because the stats don't really show it. And I will say Trubisky, he was I will say a ray of hope, just for something maybe fun. And he did show some ability to make it exciting. And I'll read between the lines a little bit more. And now we're back. And where did you put Goff? You put Goff third? Now we got 13-year-olds in Chicago dancing in the crowd. And when I went to Chicago, the people are awesome. And in everything, you never know how cool they are, but you get them a little bit drunk talking about sports, and they turn into the most obnoxious people of all time. I live with one. And honestly, it's sometimes it's not even fun to watch sports with Cubs fans. And she knows them. So it's like sometimes we have to do it. It's like, oh my goodness, we got to do this. And it's 2-0. But Josh, you're okay in my book. And it was almost like, especially with the Cubs, it was almost like they were just butthurt because they had never won for so long. And it was like overcompensation. So who knows? Maybe now that they won one, they're gonna let that chip off their shoulder, and then they just won't act like such jackasses at the bar. And Kyle Schwarber. And you know who acted like jackasses were the Capitals fans? And they kind of acted like jackasses. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. So it's a 1-1. Bottom of the 9th inning. It's 1-1. Both teams have gotten loads of hits, but leaving loads of people on. And the Cubs have one guy on right now at first. Edward Paredes is a lefty. Here's the pitch. And that's fouled away. He showed bunt and fouled away. Schwarber tried to bunt. And it's going to be 1-2. And Edward Paredes is one of those guys that the Dodgers bring up when we're digging deep into our bullpen. And he's new. Very new. But he seems to have pretty good potential. He's a lefty. And he's maybe not as much junk as the guy for the Cubs. But he can throw some junk. And Schwarber seems to be a pretty good batter. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And Edward Paredes throws back to first. And Russell. Oh, that's Addison Russell. Is at first. And it almost looked like Edward started his pitch and then threw it over to first. I guess that wasn't a balk. And it's 1-2. Huge swing, strike 3. And that is 1 out. How is that only 1 out? So Russell must have been the first batter up. And if we could get out of this inning, that would be awesome. Here's Ian Happ. Ian Happ, he's batting .222, 9 home runs, 21 RBIs. This guy sucks. This is the best possible situation because he can even hit into a double play. So Paredes, just pitch him smart. Here's the pitch. Over the plate, swung on and fouled away. And Russell was over at second, like in no time, taking a huge lead. But they're gonna have to send him back to first because it was a foul ball. But he must have been, I don't know how he could possibly do that. He was like at second. We'll take a look. Oh yeah, he was stealing anyway, I think. And that was kind of cool, but he's going back to first. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Happ. Strike 2. And that was directly over the plate with just a moderate amount of movement, like a slider, I think. But enough to get him not to swing. And that is one. Oh man, Russell's taking a big lead. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. So it's 1-2. And this is still a little bit of a situation for the Dodgers. Russell, he just looks like he got away with something. You know, like he looks guilty just naturally. He kind of looks guilty just standing there. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Or he's just going to steal second. And he's got a smirk on his face because he knows he's going to steal second. Addison Russell, 2 steals, 2 attempts. Oh, he's only got 2 stolen bases this whole season, though. And what's crazy is the Cubs have such a good record, 40-29. The last time I checked their record, I could have swore that they weren't doing very well. But yeah, 40-29 is pretty good. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and they throw it over to first. So, yep, Bellinger is still playing first. If you're new here, thanks for coming. Give me a like. Ask some questions. If you're regular, let me know you're here. Get the conversation going. I'm super excited about LeBron maybe coming. That's awesome. Oh, wow. Now they're showing Addison Russell 14-foot lead. And that's the first time I've ever seen that. Kudos to the Chicago Cubs broadcasters. They showed us how many feet the lead was from the guy at first. That was amazing. And they're showing us the GPS on every single pitch, brought to you by Xfinity. So I'm liking this ABC Chicago broadcast. And Paredes is actually he's starting to troll a little bit, taking his time. Here's the pitch. Strike three. Strike three. That's 2 outs. And we are at the bottom of the ninth. 2 outs. This is about as good as baseball gets without the Dodgers winning the game right now. Like, I mean, the fact that might get some extra inning, that's cool. At least it's close, is what I'm saying. And for a doubleheader, these teams got to be tired. We're gonna see who's got metal right now. We're gonna see who's got the guts to take it deep in the season. And something makes me think that's us, because we kicked the crap out of them last year in the playoffs. You remember that? Like, they didn't even have a chance. Best team the Dodgers ever fielded. Cubs didn't even have a chance. Uh-oh. Please be caught. Please be caught. And Yasiel Puig makes the catch. 3 outs. We're going to the 10th inning. End of regulation. It's 1-1. And the Dodgers and the Cubs their horns are locked and they can't really get anything going. But we are going to the 10th inning. Oh, people are here. Goff at 3. Thanks, Devin. I think Goff is going to be really good. Capitals fans, wear LOL. You know, just at bars. You know, they're just just in general. They weren't I wasn't the hugest fan of the Capitals fans. It's kind of like, sometimes fans can be annoying. And I'm not saying Cubs fans are annoying. I never say that. We got sports fury here. Can't make them mad. But sometimes fans can be annoying, just like the people that like Rick and Morty show. It seems to be a very unique fan base that acts a little weird, and sometimes they do annoying things. That's what I'm saying. Cubs fans are the worst. Nicholas Seleggi, I'm not going to agree with you wholeheartedly because Sports Fury is here, but you might be right. Nicholas, it's not that they're the worst, because if you ever meet like people from Chicago, they're in general kind of badass people. Like, if you live in Los Angeles, people are the type of people that talk about what they do a lot. Like, if some guy thinks they're cool, they talk about it. It's just the culture around Los Angeles is you kind of hype yourself up a little bit and look at me kind of thing. You go to Chicago and you got real men. And they go to work and they got real jobs and it's in a factory and they actually make something that they sell. You know, the people of Chicago and the women too, they're all men. They're kind of badass. And I was like, oh man, these people. And then you get a couple beers in them and watching the Cubs, and they go the opposite direction. It's like they're overcompensating. So that's my beef with the Cubs. But I love Chicago in general, and the food was good, and I can't wait to go back. We're still on commercial break. So actually, I'm gonna refresh this just to make sure it's up to date. Here we go. We're back. Next 3 games. We got Dodgers versus Cubs sometime. And then we got Cubs versus the Reds. And then Cubs. Oh, yeah. Watching this on Chicago broadcast. You guys are playing the Reds next. And that's good because they're terrible. And you're going to need some wins after we get through with you. In right field, we got Zobrist. And Turner is up for the Dodgers. Jesus. So, the good things is going to happen. We got Justin Hancock. He's 0-0, 1.74 ERA, 7 games. Here's the pitch. Outside, strike 1. And that's Justin Turner. 255, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs. And those numbers are not good enough, but we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Here's the pitch. Ball 2. And I can't imagine this pitcher wanting to give him anything over the plate. But although Turner's numbers have not been amazing since he got back, he missed a bunch of games. He was hurt. He's working into the team slowly. He's gonna peak at the end of the season. He's not gonna overblow it now. Just taking his time. But what's still good about him is sometimes he just puts the bat on the ball, like in kind of a sloppy hit, because you know it's a strike. He puts the bat and it's a home run. He's the only person that can like put the bat on the ball just randomly and have it be a home run. And that's 4 straight balls. And Turner is gonna take first. So Jesus is at first, and now we got Max Muncy, who's poor man's Jesus. And he's batting .261, 13 home runs, and 30 RBIs. So he's actually, I mean, he's poor man's Turner. That's actually doing better than Turner. He plays infield. He's a solid glove. He's got a beard, but he's a lefty, so he's lefty version. So, you know, our knockoff Turner is actually better than Turner right now, which is actually a very good thing. Because look at our record. Dodgers are badass, and we got way more to give. Way more to give. We's not even hitting. Turner's not even hitting. Where is our pitching staff? We haven't seen them all season. The starters, you know, we should give all the money from the starting pitchers, give them to the bullpen pitchers. I've never seen baseball in which I've seen so much bullpen. It's like pitchers. So yeah, Dodgers are badass. We're just gonna have to get better. And it's 1-1. And if you remember correctly, last year in the playoffs, up until the Astros, we beat everybody easily. And the Cubs are still a second tier team. And it's 1-2. Hancock is pitching pretty well. Oh, I got DRK088 subscribed. Thanks for the subscribe, dude. Yeah, just come back. Make sure you hit the bell, because I don't know. As soon as I start telling people to subscribe, then they put a bell. And you got to hit the bell. Otherwise, on live streams, sometimes they don't give it to you. And what's crazy is I didn't have the bell. I had the bell hit for Sports Fury, and even miss his streams every once in a while. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled away. And it's going to be 1-2 to Muncy. Thanks for the subscribe, though, dude. I'm just watching with no sound. Telling you what I see. And it's a good game. Top of the 10th. No outs. Jesus is at first. But he's not, you know, Jesus was never known to be so fast. Like, he's not like a Taylor or Bellinger or Kike. He's not like one of those guys. But he can get around. And Addison Russell, I think, maybe got a little bit lazy on the last one. Maybe he could have caught that. I don't know. He let it go foul. It's 1-2. Muncy just kind of looks like a wuss, but that's fine. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled away. And he's definitely making the pitcher work right now. And that's pretty sweet. Hancock. You know, he's trying his best. And we got Rizzo, Bryant, Baez, and Russell in the infield for the Cubs, and they're all playing over to the right a little bit, so they got to shift on right now. Top of the 10th, 1-2. Muncy's. Here's the pitch. Ball 2. And Hancock just kind of, I think, having some control problems with the fastball. And I'm not getting it very, very clear right now. I'm getting very blurry. Oh, here we go. That's HD. I finally got it up to 720. Strike 3. And Hancock just threw it right by Muncy, challenged him. And I will say, these Cubs bullpen pitchers, the last guy, his name had a weird name. And this guy, they definitely challenged the batters. Except for Turner, actually. And here's Yasiel Puig. He's 0 for 3, 251, 8 home runs, 26 RBIs. He can be doing better. And he steps in. He does his weird stuff with the bat. That's awesome. He's my favorite player, but he's not going to hold that spot very much longer here. Here's the pitch. Huge swing. Strike 1. And you never see Yasiel Puig swinging at the first pitch. And he definitely swung at that one. The best news is there's only 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That's hit very, very hard. Oh, great catch from the right fielder. And darn it, now we got 2 outs. Yasiel Puig just boosted that one, but not hard enough. And the right fielder, who's this guy? Zobrist, made kind of like a little bit of a leaping catch. Let's take a look at this in slow motion. Puig, great shot to the. How is that not a? Almost a hit. And Zobrist definitely had to do like a little bit of a jump. He had about a vertical leap of about 6 inches. But on that particular play, he had enough speed to get him there to only have to jump 6 inches. So good for him. Still counts as a leaping catch. And here's Bellinger. Just please hit a home run. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. And he just lets them go by sometimes. He's not batting that great. He's got some home runs, but he can definitely be doing better. I don't see how you could be doing better your second year as opposed to your rookie year, but he's definitely doing it. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and that's fouled down the first base line, so it's going to be 0-2 with 2 outs. Top of the 10th. I even got a new subscriber. Cubs fans are on their feet. Hancock, you know, he can get himself out of this one here. But I guess walking Turner isn't even that bad because you can at least get 2 outs. You can get a double play. Here's the pitch. Over the plate, swung on, fouled away. And Bellinger knows he probably should have got that one. But he fouled it away. It's 0-2, but he definitely had some pretty good speed on it. Like, not speed, he had some pretty good timing. And that looked like a fastball or a slider of something. It doesn't tell you the miles per hour. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Way outside. 98 miles an hour. All right, this guy is throwing some gas. And the pitching is very aggressive other than Turner. This guy has been very aggressive. Not giving away anything for free. Pitching wise. And Turner's still at first. Just standing there. Do something, buddy. You're Jesus. Bellinger steps out of the box. And trolls the pitcher a little bit. And that's what I like to see. You know, if you're not feeling it, who cares about people complaining about the games lasting 6 hours? Step out of the box. Here's the pitch. And that's popped up, but foul. And at least, maybe, you know, at least Bellinger's making him pitch a lot of pitches. And he's got dirt on his chest. So he looks like he's definitely been doing something. Over at first, he actually made a really good play, but he missed the ball. Actually, that's what it was. He dove for a ball. Yeah, he's been playing good first base. But he always does. But it looks like he's sleeping, but he's not sleeping. He's awake. He just looks like he's sleeping. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. Oh, no. That's a base hit. Come on, Turner. You can be faster than that. And how is that not a strike? That was a base hit. That was the weirdest. That was an optical illusion. So used to him striking out. I just didn't see that. So the Dodgers have a runner on first and third. With 2 outs, this is a great situation. Now we got Logan Forsythe. We got Wolverine up to bat. On the night, he's 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and a single. Batting .235, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs. And you know what? He's having a good night tonight. But we're going to need some more out of you, buddy. So if I were you, I would work on your batting. And I know you're great last year in the playoffs. Good for you. We all watched it. You know, it's in history. And we lost to the Astros. You know, you're in the books. But you're going to have to do a little bit better, buddy. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. And this would be a good situation to just show us, are you good enough to be on this team? I'm going to have to actually move this over a little bit, just so I can see who's up. Oh, Hancock, yeah. Hancock is pitching. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 2. And this guy Hancock, I respect the way he pitches. He kind of just gets after it. And Bellinger just got a super clutch base hit. Here's the pitch. Ball 3. That was 96 miles an hour, little bit high. And it's 3-0. Warming up in the bullpen for the Dodgers, Kenley Jansen and Brock Stewart. And you know they're not bringing in Jansen. They're going to put in Stewart because we're a bunch of wusses. I want to see Jansen. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. And the bases are loaded, people. Here we go. This is how the Dodgers are going to win the game. Joe Madden doesn't know what's going on. He's walking out to the mound right now. And he's calling for the lefty. And Hancock. And that's what I said earlier. He wasn't a scared pitcher whatsoever. He wasn't pitching in a way that was bad. He was just a little bit too wild with the fastball. And I think that's what ends up killing him. Though the pitch that he gave to Bellinger that he hit was actually a very good was a very good hit. Or a very good pitch. Just Bellinger put the bat on the ball. And we're going to commercial break. Anybody here? What's up, guys? Hell yeah, bases loaded. Hector Munoz, he's a regular. Thanks for coming. DRK Droko 88. Let's go Dodgers. Thanks for streaming this, bro. And you know what? It's I got your back. Last year I couldn't find the games on the TV because Spectrum was screwing us. And then I started doing this, but then I got a ban because I showed the game. So you know I know what it's like to be a YouTuber and to not be able to watch. So I'm doing it. Thanks for coming. Thanks for listening. And I promise I'm going to get better at it. Baseball, it's you got to be good at bullshitting. And I consider myself a decent talker, but being able to talk for that amount of time, whew. But when it's 1-1 and the bases are loaded, it makes it a lot easier. Anthony Silva, thanks for streaming. You know, I'm glad you guys appreciate it. I'm glad you guys appreciate it. If you got any questions about Dodgers or Lakers or whatever, I'll tell you what I know. I'm also good with science. But right now the Cubs are in a pretty tough spot. The only bad part is there's 2 outs. And maybe we can bring in like a pinch hitter. Like this is where we need Chase Utley. We're paying Chase Utley $2 million. Who's up? Oh, Grindal. Way better than Utley. Forget about Utley. Screw him. And how did we get him? And now we got an advertisement for Xfinity in the downtown area of Chicago, which to me is without question the best skyline of cities. It just looks the coolest. When you go there, it looks the cleanest. They got the river right down the middle. And but I will say sometimes it was weird. The bridges and the river made it kind of hard. Like it wasn't easy. Like you had to go over a bridge to get over the river. And you know, not a lot of rivers around here, but you know, the bridges weren't my favorite. I'm just saying it made driving a little bit more difficult. Because you have to go find the bridge and then go over. There's no, I would say the bridges made it tough. Downtown Los Angeles, it's not that cool. That I can admit. And Chicago or in New York, I've only been twice. But you know, Chicago was cool, is what I'm trying to say. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1, and its bases loaded. Although I was a little bit annoyed because all I wanted to do was go to the Field Museum. Field Museum, go see the T-Rex. That's what I was saying for months. All I said is the Field Museum, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, we'll go to the Field Museum." Oh yeah, no problem. Get there. Nobody goes. Nobody wants to go. So that was the only downside. Gotta go to the Field Museum. And they were more interested in drinking beer and eating food. And I was like, why don't we just bring food to the museum? Anyway, I'll go back. I'm gonna go see the T-Rex. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. 2-1. And he's batting righty right now, so that means he's batting .222. No home runs and on the bases. We got Forsythe, Bellinger, and Turner. The bases are loaded. This is a great situation. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and that's popped up. And that's out number 3. And it is still 10-10. And we're going to the bottom of the 10th inning. And this is sometimes a problem, is because the longer that we go and we keep, we keep playing grab ass as a baseball team, leaving people on base and just not taking care of business, we're leaving them in the game. So right now they can win. So I'm not feeling incredibly confident in the way that the Dodgers are closing this game out, only because they've had so many opportunities and they still haven't done it. I mean, all it's going to take is the Cubs 1 home run to beat us right now. And that's just unacceptable. On commercial break. Thanks for coming, everybody. All right, I'm going to be right back. Give me 1 minute. All right, and we're back. Brock Stewart is pitching for the Dodgers, and that means at least we got Jansen still. And third base is Justin Turner, and let's just keep him there all the time because that's what he plays. Justin Turner plays third base. Just leave him at third base. But Dave Roberts loves doing all this fun stuff to the lineup. Now we got Chris Bryant. He's 0 for 4, batting .279, 9 home runs, 35 RBIs. And this guy is definitely not a pushover. And he looks pretty big. Here's the pitch. I mean, this guy is a giant, actually. How big is... Goodness gracious. This might be my favorite guy on the Cubs. Legs are huge. Maybe needs to work on upper body a little bit more at the gym. Huge swing. Strike one. And that was 92 miles an hour. And Stewart, I mean, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Stewart he's a wuss. And the Dodgers are we just dig deep in our bullpen all the time. And so they get the job done some way. Other than Godell's 1 home run, 1 meatball. The Dodgers pitching is doing a great job. Strike 2. And he threw it right by him. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and that is going to be, please be foul. Please be foul. And that's fair. Please don't be an in the park home run. Please don't be an in the park home run. And that's going to be a triple. And that's going to be a triple. You should have seen what happened. And Yasiel Puig, that was a line drive to the corner. And it looked like it was foul. It must have hit the wall. Something must have happened. We got to get some video evidence. But then it took a crazy bounce and Yasiel Puig was not ready for it. And let's take a look in slow motion. Here's the pitch. And that was like a big slice. Like if you were playing golf, that would be out of bounds. And that hit, how was that not a foul? There's no good angle on this one. And Bryant makes it all the way to third. We didn't even get to see it. They have to be able to review this. And now they are walking Baez. All right, Dodgers, this is going to be a tough one to get out of. And Dave Roberts looks frustrated. Albert Almora Jr. He's 1 for 4, batting .233, and that's 322. And this is the guy I didn't get. How could he have such a high batting average and like actually produce no runs? Makes no sense. Runners are at first and third. Dodgers have screwed themselves on this one. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. So it's 1-0. And I think that it's just very hard to get out of this inning without the Cubs scoring. Like, Cubs are definitely better than 50-50 to win this game right now. The Cubs might win right now. Here's the pitch. Low and outside. 2-0. And this just has not been a good way to end it. Rizzo, number 44, is on deck for the Cubs. They got Budweiser advertisements directly behind. They got 2 Budweisers. You know, and Budweiser does seem like a Chicago beer. Oh, that's the game. That was a base hit to right field, and that's the game. The Cubs win in the 10th inning. And that's what happens when you don't do anything and you play grab ass for 10 innings and you score 1 run. Stewart, we should have brought in Jansen. Stewart walks off with his head down, and the Cubs are very excited. Maybe a little too excited. It looks like they're ripping off his shirt. And, you know, that was a little bit awkward. That one was a little bit awkward. That's what Chicago people do. But thanks for watching, everybody. Dodgers lose 2-1. So now it's the series is 1-1. Don't forget the Dodgers won earlier in the game. And we kind of stole that one. And this would have been a great win to get. But at least we're going to play them one more time tomorrow. And I heard that this is the only time that the Dodgers are going to Wrigley Field all year. So I would like to beat them. And that guy Almora, I think, he knew it was a base hit, so he threw his bat in the air, and that was a little bit offensive. And now he's acting like a child. Super excited, and good for him. But you know what? We are the almost defending champions. We are the NL champions. And they're going to be excited to beat us. Because they know we're a better team. They know we're a better city. So they're just going to be excited. Yep, and the Cubs fans are sticking. Now they're interviewing Almora on the field. And this is a very small interviewer they have. She looks incredible. Maybe he's just big. And Albert Almora Jr., 2 for 5 tonight. And he's saying, you know what, I was just trying my best. I'm doing as good as I can. And then I just hit the ball on the ground, and it was a base hit, and then we won the game. And that was a pretty good interview. Anyway, thanks for coming, everybody. I have got to go do some stuff. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. No, the King Dingbat is definitely Philly 500. Puig is so much worse than Almora. Well, Puig is really, really good. Just not this season. And he's just sometimes a little bit in his head. And he's sometimes a little emotional. But when Puig is fun to watch. when Puig is on. He's as fun to watch as anybody. Nobody's even heard of Almora. Little guy. Being that Puig is jacked. Josh is a poet king dingbat. Didn't know. Hey Chicago, what'd you say? Cubs are gonna win today. Go. Okay. You know, that's what they do. That's what they do. That's what Cubs fans do. Thanks for coming. I needed that. Yeah, she was sleeping the whole time. She was sleeping the whole time, and now yelling about the Cubs. What a shocker. That's what Cubs fans do. I mean, in sportsmanship, I agree. Puig is good. Oh, in sportsmanship, I don't know much about sportsmanship because I'm watching with no sound. So I don't know what they're saying, or I don't really know. But Puig in sportsmanship, he likes to troll people, and trolling people is like one of the things that he does well. So he just keeps on doing it. Damn, they gave it away. Best bullpen. I mean, GF. Jason Morgan. What up, Jason? What's up? Did you get some Chicago pizza or hot dogs? I got both. Freezing ass cold there. I'm Chicago. LOL. Hector Munoz. Yeah, it's too cold for me. Way too cold for me. Chase Utley. You know, you get somebody for $2 million. You can at least hope that he would show up. Haven't seen him in months. Like, usually, like, at least when Turner was hurt, like, he would at least, like walk out and wave everybody and at least remind people why we're paying him and that we are paying him. Chase Utley just took his money, and where has he been? Something makes me think he knows what he's doing. Who are the Lakers getting? Who are the Lakers not getting? Because we got to be getting LeBron. I think it's got to be greater than 50-50. It's just such great news. What do you think about LeBron James? I think that we got to be better than 50-50 to get him. Because his wife wants to come, his kid goes to school here. He's working for Magic Johnson. Everybody wants to work for Magic Johnson right now. And it was a slow burn. Like, the Lakers for a little while were not in good shape. And we had some drama last year with those two guys and the girlfriend and the cell phone or whatever it was. Those guys are off the team. And then I think everybody just wants to play for Magic. And we got to be getting Kawhi Leonard for sure. The guy from the Spurs. I just don't see any scenario in which he doesn't come to the Lakers unless Popovich is a dick and says, no, you're not allowed to go because we're in the same conference and blah, blah, blah. But they don't, I don't think they do that. I don't think they would do that. They got to get rid of Kawhi. He's coming to the Lakers. So we got that in our back pocket. Got that in our back pocket. And are we going to have to give up people? Who knows? But Paul George, he's one of those guys that I don't understand how good he is. Because I haven't actually watched him play a game or multiple games. So I'm just not as excited about him only because I don't know anything about him. Like, if people say he's good, I'm going to take their word for it. Do we want him? Yes. If he can make the team better, absolutely, we take him right now. But LeBron, we're gonna get, and we're gonna be to the playoffs right off the bat, to the front of the line. Warriors are gonna have to play against LeBron and a great ass team, and who knows, maybe Lonzo Ball's still on the team, and Kuzma's just gonna be even better because he's gonna be dunking on everybody. Because why not? Because LeBron's gonna be dishing it to him. Anyway, yeah, excited about the Lakers. Thanks for streaming. Hell yeah, bases loaded. Let's go Dodgers. Thanks for streaming. Thank you so much. Yeah, Max Muncy needs to knock one to shallow right field. Cody Allison, he didn't do that. That's one of the places I want to see a game sometime. Lambeau Field. Man, you come to Wisconsin sometime for a game. You know what? That might be the only reason to go to Lambeau Field, like Wisconsin. Are there theme parks? That would be like, if I was, the only way I'd go would be for that. That's a good point. Let's go Dodgers. D-Win Pokemon Go. What's up, man? Thanks for coming. Make sure you subscribe. Give me 2 tries. If you can't get to a TV, think about this like radio. Dodgers have almost gone through 500 pitchers since spring. It's insane. Everybody's getting money. They're just writing checks to everybody. Edward Paredes, you know, getting money. But they're getting the job done. And if anything, that's the best case scenario going into the future, because then they're gonna be. We can just our starting pitching will be like rock solid and ready to go, and kind of, you know, why not? It doesn't seem like a bad long-term strategy to just put so much on the bullpen because they just seem so average. I mean, why not? I think Goff is gonna be good. Thanks, Devin. All right, well, I gotta go. Thanks for coming. Make sure you check out Sports Fury's channel. They do what I do, but better. And you Lakers fans will be so let down when you get nobody. Philly 500. How dare you? It's Magic Johnson, and we've gotten our hopes up before and got nothing. But if we do get nothing, it's gonna be a sad day, because we have done so much talking, and it was not we're doing talking. The sports media is hyping it up so much, so then we're just getting excited. But if you go on sports media, I don't watch much sports media, but if you do go on sports media, they're just talking about LeBron and Lakers. That's all they're talking about. So it's like, dude, how are we not gonna get excited? Anyway, thanks for coming, everybody. Dodgers lost. That's cool. Cubs get the win, but we deserve to lose that one just based on our play. So, thanks for watching, everybody.